Hello, everybody. Good morning. Happy Monday. It is Monday, June 16th, 2025. Hello, H. Davis. Hello, Victoria. Good to see you. And BMW Coop and Janice. Good morning. Hello, D. Hello. Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad everybody's here this morning. I hope everybody's got their coffee and everything, whatever you drink, orange juice, Coke, whatever whatever makes you happy. Whatever makes you happy, you like it, I love it. Hello, Roxy R. Good morning. I hope everybody's doing fine this morning. I do want to thank you all for my birthday wishes. Everybody made my birthday so happy yesterday. I was on Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. Y'all made me some beautiful cards and got in my inbox and did all the things and made some beautiful memes and all the things. And I just want to thank you. You really made me feel special. Thank you, BMW. I did. I had a wonderful day yesterday. And I just chillaxed last night and all the things. So it was great. Loved it. Another year older, but just a little bit wiser and better. I don't feel older. I feel better. So maybe I'll regress and just be more crazy. I don't know. But it is what you make it, right? Hello, D, and everybody coming in. Hey, YouTuber. Hello. Good to see you this morning. Good to see everybody. So I wanted to come on here this morning and let y'all know they caught Vance. I was shocked. Oh, thank you, Victoria. It was yesterday and it was wonderful, honey. Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody's love. Everybody showed me a lot of love yesterday. But they caught Mr. Vance yesterday, the gunman who shot down, the senator and his wife and the representative and her husband. I personally was surprised. I didn't think they would take him in alive. So we're going to get into that this morning. I am so glad. Thank you, YouTuber. I am so glad they did bring him in alive. Now he has to face it twice, here on Earth and there when he goes on to the other side, in my opinion. So, I always knock on wood. Y'all can tell I'm superstitious. As long as StreamYard don't act up, we got some video. Hey, I will call you out. Hello. Good morning. Good to see you. Good to see you this morning. I was just going to get right on into it. So y'all just come on in. Make sure you hit them thumbs up. Oh, and by the way, it's not storming this morning. It stormed all night long and all day yesterday. But it is pretty out today. So I don't know what I got in store. But I hope y'all have some beautiful things in store for yourself today. So let's just go over for those that don't know. Okay, if you don't know. So early morning, June 14th, around 2 a.m. Central Time, there was a gunman disguised as a police officer. And Lord knows, how you going to be disguised as a police officer with a plastic mask on or latex or whatever? He looked crazy. Okay. But anyway, he attacked State Senator John Hoffman and his wife at their Champlin home, firing multiple shots, and both were seriously injured, but they survived, luckily. Good morning, Leslie. Keep it real. And Holler Girl, hello, hello. And we're just going to go over this real quick for those that didn't know. And about 90, I was fixing to say 90 years, good Lord. 90 minutes later, officers checked on Representative Melissa Hortman's Brooklyn Park home where they spotted the same police vehicle. He had a fake police car, okay? And the man emerged in uniform and a mask, and he killed Hortman and her husband, Mark, during that confrontation. And exchanged fire with police, but he escaped. Hey, Get Lockered Nan, good morning. Oh, thank you for telling me that. Listen to me. Get Lockered Nan wrote me yesterday and told me there was somebody using my name. Anyway, I guess I was cloned. I don't know. And Nan, I still didn't see it. What you said, you tagged me in it, but I don't know. Let me get this out of the way, honey. I guess somebody used my name or something, said it was on Nick. So I don't know. Was that Nick at TikTok or Nick? I don't know. But anyway, somebody was using my name and talking all kinds of crap about Seth and Sebastian in my name. Let me tell y'all something from my mouth to your ears. If you ever see that, report it. It's not me. Come let me know. Send me a screenshot if you can, and I'll either figure it out or help get it figured out, because that will never happen out of my mouth. It will never happen. And whoever does that, let me find you. Come see me, okay? Come see me. Come see me, because it ain't ever going to happen. I would never do that to a child. So I guess if you can't get me one way, you're going to try to get me the other. And there ain't nobody stupid enough to believe that. And if they are, stay out of my stuff. And I had a whole live. Let me just stop this. I hate to do this when I am trying to do a serious live here, but thank you, Nan, for telling me that, because that is important. I did have that one time. Somebody, we don't have to go into all that, did that when Brandy Neal. Oh, thank you. I will call you out. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you. I love you. I love you. True story, though. This shows how crazy people are. When Brandy Neal, poor Brandy, was up on my live, I had a rogue mod who even did that. Under my name, under my nose. And that's some sorry ass stuff right there. Okay? You're sorry. And it wasn't too long ago. I'm going to say this and get it off my chest. And I don't care if you like me or not, because I don't care if I lose subs. I'm not here for all that. I don't care. Now, I don't care where you go, and I don't care whose chats and stuff you're in, and I don't care who you mod for, and I don't care that you come back here, and I don't care, because I'm an adult. But I will tell you this. When you participate, that's a whole different story. Some of you might even find yourself blocked this morning. But I'm going to tell you like this, because I'm going to go ahead and get this off my chest. I had a whole live about a month or so ago, and I told you this. Don't think because I don't go places. Maybe I do. Maybe I'm in the bushes. But don't think I don't see you. Don't think I don't have eyes. Don't think I don't hear you. And one thing Smiley don't do fake. Okay? Thank you, Miss Janice. If anybody got that gift membership, please thank her. So Smiley ain't going to play that game. That's what Smiley ain't going to do. Okay? I'm not here for that. Never was, never will be. So you can go on with your dumb shit, and you can keep my name out of your mouth. Because there are things I can make happen that I choose not to, have not. But I can, if you want me to. Keep pushing my buttons. No, not because I know this one or I this, that. Blah, blah, blah. It's because I got street sense and smart sense. But I'm not that evil. But I can be. I can be. So I always say, and when you hear others say, oh, if the shoe fits, oh, they got that for me. Because I always say, if the shoe fits, wear that son of a bitch. Wear it. Smiley ain't mentioned nobody's name over here. But if that shoe fits, you put that motherfucker on and you wear it. And if it makes you feel uncomfortable and you think it's towards one of your people and you unsub, then motherfucker unsubbed. Because now you probably got yourself blocked. I don't hang with them people anyway. You don't see me over there. Now, how about that? Now, right now, I got some breaking news, and I'm trying to talk about some important lives that's been took. Nat, get Locker. Thank you, honey. I'm not talking about you at all. Listen, she come to me, and people's cloned me, and they're talking what that point was, but I have to get off track sometimes. She told me these people have cloned me, okay, and they're whoever the shit stirrers are is now they ain't got nothing else on me better to do. So now I guess they're saying under my name stuff about Sebastian and Seth. Well, if y'all see that, there's some sick individuals because that ain't true. Seth knows that, and whoever else knows that, and I know that. I was like, what, honey? What? Where? Just turn them in. Just turn them in. That's all I got to tell you. That's all I got to tell you. Anyway, I ain't got nothing for them. Yeah, there ain't but one Smiley, honey. Hey, y'all don't want two Smileys. I'm just saying, you don't want two. Good morning, Mama Risa. But anyway, let's get back to this. Okay, sorry. Sorry, Charlie. But anyway, so they went over there. These are for the ones that don't know. They went over there and they found, they got away. This guy got away from the police. Okay. He had the whole nine works. He had the police car. It was fake. He had this mask. I mean, who, if you're going to act like a police, just act like a police. But I guess he was known because he was identified as Vance Luther Boulder, 57 years old. He was a former state board appointee himself, and he had a lot of ties. But over the next 43 hours, a large-scale manhunt went on in Minnesota's, they say, largest ever, and manhunt, okay? And it involved over 200 officers and 20 SWAT teams, helicopters, drones, the checkpoints. They checked everything. Law enforcement recovered his vehicle. It was a Ford SUV, and it had police-style lights, body armor, AK rifles, a pistol, and he left a manifesto listing about 70 political figures, including abortion rights activist and Governor Tim Walz, and a lot of flyers, to that, King stuff, all that, the riots, rallies, and all the stuff that's going on. But yesterday, June 15th, the authorities tracked him to a wooded field near his home in Green Owl. Okay, so they used the infrared equipment, the aircraft, the trail cam photos, and they used tips that people gave them and everything. So he was found. He was found armed, but guess what? He offered no resistance, none. I was so shocked because I literally said yesterday on here, I thought he would be taken down. I thought he would make the cops take him out, or he would do it himself. I was wrong. But he was arrested peacefully, and that shocked me personally. I figured he would not make it out alive, because I still think, and I still say, he was and is a coward. So I can't wait to see exactly what kind of coward he is. Hold on, I'll put it in here for you. Let's see. There you go. So I can't see what kind of coward he is, because there's different kind of cowards. Now, I'm not a doctor, of course. We know that. I've said that before, and people's come to me, we know you're not a doctor, Smiley. Well, no shit. Use some common sense, people, instead of being a hater and a smart ass. I'm not a doctor. I don't pretend to be a doctor, but something is wrong with this man, and I think he's definitely narcissistic. But who thinks his work is not done? I think he thinks his work is not done, and I think he thinks it can still be accomplished. Therefore, that's why I think he didn't unalive himself or didn't have the cops take him out. So I don't know. But I don't have to be a doctor to say that, or to say what I'm fixing to say. I think he's a real damn idiot, if you ask me. I think he's for sure cold-hearted. He's a cold-blooded killer, in my opinion. And I'm allowed to say that. YouTube might like it, might not like it, but I said it, and I mean it. And like I said, I'm kind of glad he is taken alive, because he's going to face it here on earth, and he's going to face it again when he dies. So therefore, guess what? He's going to answer it twice. He's going to answer it twice. And that's good in my book. That's fine with me in my book. Bolter faces these charges. Now, this is what I don't understand, and it may change. This is what I heard. This is what I saw. That 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 counts of attempted second-degree murder. Again, that may change later on to first, because it was definitely pre-planned. And it was given federal motivated nature to premeditated federal charges. So I don't know if that was wrong, or that's just what they're charging him with right now, and it'll be changed. But he will definitely withstand, in my opinion, first degree any day of the week, no question. Yeah, Lisa, I agree. Hey, Janice, thank you. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Thank you so much for your super sticker. Thank you. I agree with you, Lisa. He probably will, to keep his mouth shut, especially. I definitely don't think they'll put him in Gen Pop. I don't know. I don't think they will, because it's such a very high profile with this going on. And they remember so far, now they may do it today, but they have not released his full manifesto yet. But he wounded the Hoffmans, and they went on multiple surgeries. They're now in stable condition. He also threatened that they let out Tim Walls and 70 others that we know about. The shooting assaults were, democratic values, and emphasized unity and safety for elected officials. The victims, again, was Melissa Hortman, her husband, and John Huffman and his wife. The manhunt took 43 hours to find him, but they did. This incident marks one of the most alarming cases targeted by political violence in recent U.S. history. And he's now in custody and will be prosecuted to the fullest extent under that state law. They're investigating any connections to larger groups right now. But he is right now believed to have been acting alone. That's what they think so far. So yesterday, June 15th, this is how it all went down. A trail cam. These trail cams coming in handy now, honey, let me tell you. Trail cams, if you ain't got a trail cam, you better start using a trail cam, because they're coming in handy. I'm just saying. The trail cam showed Bolter mask. Why would he still be using a mask out in that heat? I'm just saying. They showed him in a mask, and they showed he was armed, and he was hiding in this field. Okay? Officers swarmed the area using heat censoring aircraft and K9 units, and just like that, he was surrounded. They said he crawled on his stomach towards the officers, and he was still armed, but that he didn't resist. I guess he didn't want resisting arrest. I'm not trying to be funny, but Jesus. Why would he add another charge, huh? What a dumb freak. Oh, God. After nearly 2 days on the run, the manhunt was over, and it was peaceful. And they're going to add probably federal domestic charges, domestic terroristic threats, and all that. He targeted all the elected officials. He tried to strike fear into democracy itself, but he failed. He just did, in my opinion, what he never in his life wanted to do. He failed. He is a failure. People love is stronger than hate. Right always wins. Truth always comes out. You don't always have to agree, but it does not always make you wrong either. Y'all need to remember that. Different views don't cancel out truth. Okay? They expand it. Just because we see it differently doesn't mean one of us is wrong. Sometimes it just means we're both looking at different sides of the same truth. That's what I think. Let's watch some things here. Okay? And if you'll notice, I put that about the truth thing right here. At least we not ever forget. Dayton Devlin Tate's bio mom lives in Yuma, Arizona. They checked her place to see if she's there 2 weeks ago. He's not there. If anyone lives in Arizona, keep a watch out. Okay, Panda Bear. Okay. I do too. Look, I agree with you, Get Locker. I think if Sumner County would request countywide trail cams, yes, I agree with that. I think they should. And Lisa B., I agree with you. Can't find Sebastian Rogers in nearly 17 months. What the heck? I agree. I agree. Absolutely. All right, let me pull this up here. Okay. Let's watch this one.
It's not about mean tweets. It's not about demeaning someone. It's leading with grace and compassion and vision and compromise and decency. That was taken from us in Minnesota with the murder of Speaker Hortman.
After days of searching, the man accused of shooting 2 state lawmakers and their spouses is officially behind bars. He was arrested south of the metro after an intense 43-hour manhunt.
Now, Vance Belter will make his first court appearance later today, facing multiple murder charges for the shooting deaths of Speaker Emerita Melissa Hortman and her husband Mark, and attempted murder of Representative John Hoffman and his wife Yvette. Our Bill Keller is live in Minneapolis with more on how this manhunt ended. Bill, good morning.
Good morning, guys. In fact, this morning, the really entire state of Minnesota sighing a collective sigh of relief, really breathing a little easier this morning, knowing that the suspect responsible or believed to be responsible for these shootings is, in fact, behind bars. In fact, we can look at Vance Belter's mugshot. He is now being held in the Hennepin County Jail. He will be in court. Prosecutors need to convene a grand jury in order to seek those first-degree murder charges. But this photo shows the moment that Belter was actually taken into custody last night. That after officers found him in the woods near his home in Green Isle. That has really been sort of a concentration focus for most of the day. In fact, earlier Sunday, authorities located his vehicle that he was believed to have been using. It was abandoned in rural Sibley County, and police officers thought that they actually saw Belter running into the woods at one point. That set up a large perimeter. Tactical teams were called in from around the area. A multi-state manhunt really came to an end last night when Belter was arrested near that rural home, about an hour southwest of the metro. Officials saying the 57-year-old eventually crawling out of a cornfield and surrendering. Governor Tim Walz and state law enforcement officials speaking about the arrest late last night.
And this is a very dangerous individual for our community. And that's why so many resources and such a great collaboration came together to focus on removing him from society so that we can restore some sort of calm and bring some healing to our community and to our state. Now begins the hard work of looking at what the motive is, looking at putting this case together. And so that's yet to come.
Again, a hit list found in his vehicle. The exact motive, though, still unclear. Again, he is being held in the Hennepin County Jail. Bail set at $5 million. He'll be in court for his first appearance at 1:30 this afternoon. Tom and Kelly, back to you.
Our Bill Keller live on The Big Story. Thank you, Bill.
So that was... Uh-oh. All right, let's watch this one. Oh no, hold on a minute. I think I played that and didn't mean to. Hold on. Hold on. I really want y'all to see this one. Hold on.
I wanted to pay my respects. I hope that I just wanted to hope her family is doing okay, and just that they catch the guy, and I don't know, and it's just the fact that this is where we are as a country has really tore me up, and it's just really hard to see what's going on, and to see this, and see that people are so fucked up with how fucked up things are, that people think that this is okay and that this is the solution. And it's just really hard. I'm sorry.
It's not the
I was a canvasser for the DFL in the past election, I work in the Twin Cities, but that's a country founded on democracy, and I mean we have disagreements, but we're supposed to solve those peacefully and through the democratic process, not through violence. It's just I don't think I'm alone in saying I think the country's in the worst state it's been in since the Civil War, and I think I hope it's going to get better, but I'm afraid it's going to get a lot worse before it does. That we're all just humans. There's no demons in politics. There's no evil that needs to be eradicated off the face of the planet. That we're just people who disagree, and we need to talk and not resort to guns and violence for all our solutions.
so sad. And that's the problem. People just don't talk anymore.
We've lost such a wonderful person in our government. She was doing so much for the families of Minnesota, and to lose her is tragic. I can't believe she's gone.
We've either crossed the line or we're so close to it that we will cross the line. But we believe that the people together, the good people in this country, will either pull us back over the line or keep us from going over the line.
And that's a fact. People can't, agree to disagree and then just move on with respect. I mean, that's it right there. People just can't. And that's sad. They don't know how to adult. They think they have to, pull out pew-pews and take people's lives. And, it's not, I don't even understand it. Take people away forever and ever and ever, never mind their families and who's in the way and anything else. It's crazy. It's just crazy, Okay, got another one here.
More tense and police started
Well,
looking
it was like yesterday at noon, somewhere around noon. I was working on my car in the garage there, and we have, tractors coming by here all the time, farm tractors and stuff. And I thought, well, why does that one sound like he's idling in my driveway? And I looked out the window out of the garage there, and I had a SWAT truck was parked right over here, and another one was in the driveway. And it's like, something's going on out here. So, and it didn't take us long to figure it out, because we had heard that the guy was posing driving, like what looked like a cop car. And there's another one just like it up at his barn right now. He had two of them.
similar cars.
Yeah, exactly like.
So you had seen them before, those
Yeah,
type of cars.
it's like I don't know if he bought them like slightly used at an auction, old police car or something like that, or a security car or something like that.
But what did you see here tonight when more police
Yeah.
started rushing here?
It's police and SWAT teams and helicopters and drones. They've all been flying over the past couple of days. So
Yeah, but tonight, didn't it get more tense as?
Not really. It's been pretty much that way since yesterday at probably around 6.
And you didn't hear anything as he was caught?
No, not really. We were just sitting inside, and one of our friends called us and told us that he had been, captured. But we had heard, you can see the helicopter still flying around up there. But we had heard, the note came by on the phone that he was right down the road here. And when the state troopers were searching our property, they said they might have spotted him on the neighbor's trail cameras back here. Mm-hmm. So we kind of knew he might be in the area.
Where was he? Do you know exactly where he was or where he was captured or the situation?
Well, he was captured apparently right under where that helicopter is flying. Mm-hmm. They said 355 block.
I think he might have been in security at one point, Lisa.
It'd be somewhere right down there. But
and did you know him?
No. Like I said, I may have talked to him for a minute and a half in the year and a half he lived here. Mm-hmm. So, but it's kind of an odd thing how just all of a sudden some of this stuff pops up. And unfortunately, that's what we're seeing left and right nowadays.
Yeah. Glad he's caught.
Oh yeah. But
What's it been like around here the last couple of days?
yeah, just excessive police cars driving by and stuff. But like I said, drones and helicopters and all that. So.
All right, sir. And what's your last name, Neil?
Kinzer, Kinze.
All right. And I think I got one more. I don't know if this is a press conference. I don't know if it's the same one or the different one. Let's watch it.
My name is Drew Evans. I'm superintendent at the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension. As was noted and was previously described,
And this is the
Bolter
last
was
one.
taken into custody in Sibley County. We were with you earlier today when we provided information about the manhunt and the myriad of law enforcement that have come together working in partnership so that this evil cannot be continued. The first step in a case like this is that we take him into custody, and then the work will continue and begin to make sure that we have all the evidence we need to ensure that he is held accountable for his crimes. Please bear with me, but I think it's important because it has been noted by the governor, just to give you some background on the teams that were down there, and I may even be missing some in terms of this because there were law enforcement partners, not just from the Twin Cities, but across the state of Minnesota that came together. From the Brooklyn Park Police Department, the Tri-City SWAT Team, Eagan Police Department, Burnsville Police Department, our South Metro SWAT Team, the FBI, ATF, United States Marshal Service, State Patrol, Washington County Sheriff's Office, Ramsey County Sheriff's Office, the Richfield Police Department, St. Paul Police Department, Bloomington Police Department, Sibley County. We had Riverview Medics, Green Isle Fire Department, and Lifelink in the area, in addition to Prior Lake, Crow River SWAT, and the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office. And again, I may have been missing, and I apologize to my partners for that we do that. I share all of that for you because that's the commitment when this sort of evil is in one of our communities, that law enforcement comes together to put all of their resources together to make sure that that person is taken into custody. That is so that people across the state of Minnesota and legislators that were targeted in these attacks and that may have been listed can breathe a sigh of relief as quickly as possible as we came together in an incredibly complex set of circumstances in that. He was arrested, as you saw earlier this evening, in the area of 35600 block of 200th Street, Green Isle. What happened in that is, as we noted, there was a manhunt going throughout the day in that area that we've discussed previously, and there was information provided that he was seen in the area. When that information was provided to the investigators that were conducting the ground search, they converged on the area with a number of SWAT teams with the assistance of the Air Wing from Minnesota State Patrol. And we'll provide a few more details about the end of coming into custody in a little bit, but he was taken into custody at that time. He is in custody, and a reminder for anybody that was not, when we've previously said that, taken into custody under a state criminal warrant. That information will be made public, if it is not already, detailing the complaint that he is charged in the cases at this time with the murders of Speaker Hortman and her husband, Mark Hortman, also with the shootings in John Hoffman and Yvette Hoffman for those crimes, and will be moving forward. We are also in close contact with our federal partners, both the FBI, United States Attorney's Office, who are examining whether or not additional charges should be brought at the federal level related to this at this time. There's a lot of investigation that continues, and I'm going to turn it over to Chief Bruley to provide some comments on this and the work. I just want to tell, certainly for the communities of Champlin, city of Brooklyn Park, you both have incredibly professional police departments that work day in, day out and tirelessly in this situation to bring justice and work towards that, not only for the families and the loved ones and the community that are impacted, but for the entire state of Minnesota. And our teams are incredibly proud to work alongside them and all the law enforcement partners. And so with that, I will turn it over to Chief Bruley for some comments on this, and the work will continue in partnership with them and others moving forward. Chief.
So, yeah, I just think that's, man, I'm just glad they caught him. You know, it's really sad. It's really, really sad. Just, you know, just remember, just because we see it differently again, it don't mean it's wrong. It just means sometimes we might be both looking at different sides of the same truth. You know, some people have stronger opinions. This man didn't have to go and do what he did. I have seen some video on him where, man, he was really raging. You know, and speaking his truth, what he thought was his truth. But again, everybody sees things differently. And, you know, just remember, every life matters. Every voice deserves to be heard. And every soul carries a story worth honoring. I appreciate every one of you for being here. And I appreciate everything that you all do to keep, you know, these children and everybody to the forefront and helping. And these tragedies and these news stories, you know, have to be brought out as well. And, you know, it's sad. It really is. So I agree with you, Dee. And D is right on target. Nobody should die or be hurt or anything else over a different opinion. Yes, that's the one I saw. Him preaching. Yeah, I think that's the one I saw. He had 2 or 3. So thank you, Angel Wings. And hello, everybody coming in. So anyway, pray for this family. Pray for the one that survived. They had a lot of stuff going on. There will be court. There will be things to come. And thank you for joining me this morning. Y'all have a great day. I love you. Thank you. Bye.